and welcome to the 143rd commencement ceremony for the University of Washington. We're seeing off the class of 2018 this year. I can hardly believe it's already 2018. My name's Austin Siedentoff, and I graduated here in Husky Stadium in 2014, and some of the moments from that day are just etched into my mind, and I know that a lot of new memories are going to be made today. What you're watching right now is a little program we call the Purple Carpet. It's kind of like the red carpet, but it's just a little bit more boundless, and we're going to be wandering around the stadium talking with friends and family of our graduates, some of our graduates, maybe some VIPs that are involved in the ceremony, and get a sense of the excitement that's just simmering under the surface here today. But first up, we want to talk with some of the family members that are waiting in anticipation of the ceremony. So let's take a look. Who are you here to support today?
Patricia Renee Barnes.
You have anything you'd like to say to her?
I want to say I'm very proud of my daughter. I call her my Tweety.
So you've got a very special hat. Can you tell me about it?
Yeah, sure. So my sister made...
You gotta show us, man.
Oh, yeah, sure. So it looks like this. My little sister made it for me for graduation, so decorate my hat. Yeah, it looks really nice, I think.
3, 2, 1. All right, you got to tell me, what's with the star?
The star is a tradition with the Robinson Center for Young Scholars. I was part of a program called the UW Academy, and the star is a tradition for graduating from the program.
So you're representing the young scholars out there today?
Yeah, definitely.
We're representing Vivian Shao. We're really proud of you and really excited to celebrate this momentous occasion with you.
Anything you'd like to say to the parents?
We are so proud and happy for you.
It has been a long 7 years since undergraduate, and she's getting a DPT, so we're so proud of you.
Hey everybody, I see that the sun is starting to shine, and that's pretty wonderful. What we're going to do right now is give you a little lowdown on the best way to snap a shot of your graduate as they're here in the procession, as well as when they go and get their handshake and their actual walk. So what's going to happen? How does the processional start? The students are right now lining up behind this big screen, and they're going to be coming in on left of the stage here and right along the stage here where you see the green AstroTurf, and they're going to be filing into their seats, and that's the processional. And that's actually pretty slow. So you'll have a lot of opportunities to wave to your student. They're going to wave back to you. I remember seeing my parents in the audience, and that was a lot of fun. And you can snap a picture there. So once they've taken their seats and the ceremony begins, eventually they're going to be called up to walk the stage. And they're going to start by filing up here and coming up these ramps on the left and right sides of the stage. And they're going to walk over here. They're going to shake a hand. They're going to get their diploma holder. They're walking. And then they're going to descend down these ramps. Now, the part that's a little bit complicated is that at any given moment, 4 people are going to be walking at the same time. So to make sure that you've got a close-up on your student while they're graduating, we're going to do a little something we call a quad split. We're going to split the screen into 4 different quadrants, just like this. So it's your responsibility to keep your eyes on which one of these ramps goes to which one of these screens, so that when your student walks and has that big moment that you've been working for so long, you get to keep your eyes and your cameras ready and get that shot that you want. earlier we had a chance to catch up with our graduation commencement keynote speaker, Dr. Ben Danielson. Dr. Danielson is UW alum. He's a very accomplished pediatrician. He's a mentor, a teacher for all sorts of people, and an advocate for children and their families. We have a short video introducing him. We'd like you to take a look.
Going into pediatrics was a decision that kind of chose me. I know that sounds corny, but I was in college and in sciences, and over time I started to realize that my love of science and inquiry and logical decision-making and thinking could really wed well to the idea of kind of working with our most precious commodity in this world, our children. Every day here at the Odessa Brown Children's Clinic is a little bit different. I get to work next to some really incredible people here in the clinic who are all here because they care so much about investing in the future of kids, especially those from families who faced a lot of hardship financially, socially, medically, in many other ways. If your eyes are open and you work in a clinic like this, where 4 out of 5 families are living in pretty deep poverty, you have to notice that the work that you're doing as a healthcare provider can be pretty far downstream from the things that are actually impacting that family's and that child's opportunity for good health and for wellness. You get trained a lot to look at one person's smallish sized body, but what you really are doing, if you're doing anything good, is treating a whole family, and maybe even supporting or treating a whole community. Choosing to go to the University of Washington School of Medicine was actually pretty easy in many ways. I looked for schools that really had a solid track record for creating the capacity to do great work in primary care, and the University of Washington was one of the best at that then, and it still is now. Another thing I really love about the University of Washington, and I've noticed it at all levels, is it is a place of mentorship in a very important way. And I love that I'm so indebted to so many incredible mentors, young, old, formal, informal, that have guided me in so many ways. I learned from families, most importantly, about what it means to not only envision a space where diversity is really valued and equity is really championed. Our waiting room in this clinic is this space where you see kids playing out the kind of future that we all should really hope we see. It's about, I can't think of another word besides justice. And it's a justice that kind of brings to life the kinds of values that I am pretty sure I've noticed in just about everybody I've ever met. So I would call those universal values. Seeing those universal values come to life, what's more important than that?
Dr. Danielson, how are you feeling this morning?
I got to tell you, I feel great. I'm so relieved. I just saw 143rd commencement ceremony. I thought I was 143rd on the list of invitees, so I feel much better. I don't know where I fell in the invitation list, but that's a real relief to me.
Well, a lot of people looked outside today and they saw the weather and thought, oh, I'm not coming. So we did get down to 143. So you're feeling good. What did you do to prepare for your commencement speak?
I spent a lot of time on the rowing machine. I feel like a little cardio, a little aerobics, kind of getting the muscles going. I tried to eat extra donuts, feeling like that was going to help with the whole brain flow kind of thing. You know, I'm a pediatrician, so that stuff I think there's science around that.
I think there is. That's what the crew's been eating for sure. Any, I don't want you to spoil anything, but any guiding principles that you've been turning yourself to, or other speeches you've been watching for inspiration?
You know, I've tried not to watch other speeches, partly because I feel like that would just make me feel like mine was just way down there in the lower depths. But I have been listening to people a lot. I have to tell you, most of my speech is maybe just me conveying other people's words. other people are way smarter than me. And I think that there's just a lot of wisdom out there. So I'm trying to tap into it and share it.
And our student bodies has gained a lot of wisdom over the years to be here today. So you're ready, you're energized. Any reason you got here so early?
Well, the donut thing, I wanted to mention that. But also, it's just, I wanted to get a sense for the place and feel it and sort of make it a little bit more my home. So that when I stand up there and talk in front of, I don't know, 50,000 of my very closest friends, it'll feel like maybe the biggest living room ever.
And I got to ask, who are you wearing today?
Whatever my wife tells me to wear. But this is Mario's. Yeah.
Seattle. And any parting words of wisdom that you're not going to include in your speech?
Well, I was going to open the speech with a whole thing about how I thought that there was an accident when I got invited to speak and that they meant to actually invite Daniel Benjamin instead of Benjamin Danielson. He's a famous, counterterrorist expert. I think he was in the Obama administration, did a lot of books.
Jason Bourne type.
Yeah. And I was going to make some joke about, I'm here on the stage. Daniel Benjamin was supposed to be here, so in exchange, he's now seeing patients over at the Odessa Brown Clinic. And so, yeah.
Well, thank you so much for your work. Thank you for being here today, and break a leg.
Amazing day. Thank you so much. I'm really looking forward to it.
Hello, we're up here at Club Husky, where we're about to speak with Dean Ed Taylor. Dean Taylor has the opportunity to speak to students at our convocation ceremonies, where we welcome our incoming class of freshmen. Commencement is where we see them off into the world. And we thought it would be fun to go back to 2014, understanding that not every student graduating today came here in 2014, but to go back 4 years and listen to what he had to say to those students and see if what he said still applies today. Let's take a look.
It's about a mother who has this baby that gets into all kinds of mischief, and at the end of the day, no matter what this baby does, that mother rocks that baby back and forth and whispers in that baby's ear, "I'll love you forever, I'll like you for always. As long as I'm living, my baby you'll be." As that baby grows up, still gets into mischief, mother holds that baby, rocks him back and forth, whispers in his ear, "I'll love you forever." If you followed the story, in the end, that baby grows up and is a young man, and he's eventually holding that mother, who's a little bit older and a little more fragile, and is rocking mom back and forth, or dad, or grandfather, whispering in her ear, "I'll love you forever, I'll like you for always. As long as I'm living, my mommy you'll be." We should feel inspired and hopeful at the likelihood that before we know it, these young people, if we do this well, we'll be holding on to this community and this world that we care about, and we'll be holding on to some of you. And if they do it with great care, we will know that we have done our job well here.
We've got a copy of that book here, and here's the two panels you're talking about, Dean Taylor, holding his mother and then holding his child. What a wonderful piece of imagery to use.
I chose that book intentionally, knowing that thousands of mothers and fathers have probably read this book and this story to their kids. And it's a story about a young man and a mother. But this young man growing up, mother trusting and holding this baby throughout his life. And it's really about the circle of life. The young man grows up and he's eventually taking care of mom. I use the story about love and commitment and connection to this child quite intentionally to send a message to our parents and to our incoming students that we're going to hold on to them, watch them grow during the course of their 4 or 5 years here, and expect them to come to the world and do the same for us maybe someday.
And do you think this class, with their new knowledge and their new perspective, is ready to go out into the world and cherish what matters?
I have no doubt that this class is ready to go on and do incredible things in the world. I have no doubt. Me and my colleagues, my faculty colleagues, my administrator and staff colleagues, we know these students well, and we've had a chance to walk every step of the way with them. So I'm here thrilled to see what they do from here.
That's wonderful. Thank you so much for your time, Dean Taylor.
Absolutely. Thank you for having me.
I'm here with a very special guest, President Anamari Kause. How are you feeling today?
This is what it's all about. Great.
Awesome. I imagine that the president could never get tired of being at a graduation.
Absolutely never.
Do you have anything interesting to say about the class of 2018?
This is, I mean, I don't know how the bar gets set higher and higher, but it's just an absolutely terrific class. If you look at the work that these students have done, whether it's in the lab or in the community, in the classrooms, they really are. One of the things that I'll mention during my talk is this is not a class that's waiting to change the world. They're doing it now.
Already.
Already, right here.
So one of the things that I know is that this is not only the 145th commencement, but it's also an anniversary for department here, the Office of Minority Affairs and Diversity, their 50th anniversary. Looking back at some of the accomplishments in the last half century, how do you think things are going?
Well, I had the honor of speaking to the class of 1968 that was here for a reunion. And in many ways, there was a lot of resonances between their time here and some of what we're going through. It was a polarizing time in society, and the class was divided along different views and different viewpoints. But what was really cool, and the Office of Minority Affairs and Diversity is a perfect example, is that out of that came something beautiful, something wonderful. It was really the beginning of making this university a more inclusive place.
That makes me think of university's role as being a place to discuss difficult ideas and difficult concepts. And as you say, our students are so well equipped to have these conversations to enact change.
You know, there's nothing easy about it, but I think if we can't figure out a way to do it here, then how can we expect to see it anyplace else?
And one more question. This is your, I think, 4th full year as president of the university. Do you think you're finally into the groove of it all, or is it still new every day?
Well, let's put it this way. It's taken me about 30-some years to get here, and I think I'm kind of hitting my stride.
Awesome. So I know you're going to give a speech, but do you have any words of wisdom for the students, or maybe any for the parents that are about to see their kids go off into the world again?
Well, all I really have to say for them is that I can't wait to see what they do.
That's wonderful. Thank you, President Kausen.
Thank you. All right, terrific.
We're here with another special interview, Provost Jerry Baldesty. How are you doing today, Provost?
Great. This is great. It's just a beautiful day. Now look at, got some sun up there.
I know, it didn't look like it was going to be good. No. Knock on wood. Ow, my knuckles. So one of the things that is interesting to me is that this is a commencement for our students, but it's also a bit of a commencement for you. You're retiring after this.
I am, yes. This is the end of my 40 years at the university.
Thank you so much. First of all, that's incredible. Second, what's next?
I'm actually going to Spain in the fall, teaching a class, study abroad class, at Leon Center, north of Madrid.
You're going to have as much fun as the students.
I hope so.
Do you miss teaching?
Yes.
I bet you would. So what do you hope to leave behind you here at the university?
Well, so this has always been a great place, I think. It was a great place when I was a student here, 1968, when I first came here. In the last 5-10 years, people have worked really hard to make sure that every student has a great experience both inside and outside the classroom. So there's teams of people here working on this and doing this. That's what's behind. That's what's staying. And it's going to, so that every student in the future can go through here and have a great experience.
Now, I don't know if you remember, but 2 years ago when you became provost, almost today in June, I did an on-camera interview with you in Spokane. And now I'm doing an on-camera interview. I feel like I'm bookending your experience. It's a bit of an honor for me. I'm wondering, do you have any final parting thoughts for our graduates or their families today?
Well, sort of. This is where things really start for them. So you go to college, and that seems like a really big deal, but it's actually the prelude. What happens next is what we're planning on, why you're here. It's like go out and do great things in the world. So my advice to them would be do what they've been doing here, ask questions, push themselves, challenge themselves, and remember that from today on, they're in charge of their own learning.
Well, Jerry, thank you so much for 40 incredible years.
Thank you very much. Bye-bye. Thanks.
So we are at the 143rd commencement ceremony, but it's a rounder, more significant anniversary for the Office of Minority Affairs and Diversity. 50 years is a big time, and I'm here with a bunch of students that have taken advantage of some of the opportunities afforded to them by OMAD. In particular, I'm here with Kalawole. How are you doing today?
Good. How are you?
I'm doing good. Yeah. You're graduating. What are you graduating in? Tell me how you feeling.
I'm graduating with a communications degree and a minor in entrepreneurship, and I'm feeling great.
Awesome. And can you tell me a bit about your experience with your involvement in the OMAD programs?
Yeah, so I started going to the programs that the Office of Minority Affairs and Diversity put on since high school. And so a lot of those programs were where I learned how to apply to colleges and getting my resume and all of that put together. And ultimately, from those programs, I knew that if I came to the University of Washington, I could be successful here because they had a program like the Office of Minority Affairs and Diversity. So that was a huge decision, a huge point in my decision, just knowing that OMAD was here on campus. And so when I got here, definitely wanted to give back and, you know, make that same impact for high school students. So I joined the ambassador program with a lot of my fellow students here. And yeah, so ever since now we're able to do the same for high school students, give back through putting on events and helping them with their college applications, inspiring them to pursue higher education.
So you guys are all part of the ambassador program to help students have opportunities similar to some of the ones that you guys had as well.
Exactly.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
Commencement is a time to move forward, and anniversaries are a time to move back, and you're moving forward. What do you think's next for you, but also what do you think's next for the university?
For me?
And for OMAD.
And for OMAD. For me, well, I'm going to be working with a marketing agency, Millie Agency in Pioneer Square. I've been interning with them for 2 years, so I'll be moving on to that. And for the university, I think there was a lot of advantages or a lot of opportunities that I was able to take advantage of. And I think for students, it's all about finding those opportunities and where you fit in best. And so I think with the university, I think they can help students, you know, by advertising what's out there for them, the different clubs, the different organizations that they can be a part of, the different resources that are available to them so that they know what's out there and they're able to take advantage as we were here. I think when you see the opportunities here on campus, that's when, and you start building those communities, that's when you really start to be boundless here at UW, like the slogan says.
Yeah, that's wonderful. Thank you so much for your time. Thank you guys for coming. I'm sorry we didn't get to talk with every one of you. Can I get a quick go dogs?
Every year,
you heard it here.
Colleges and schools select one or more students with outstanding records of achievement to act as gonfaloniers. They carry gonfalons, which are just large flags holding the school's name and symbol, to lead their school in for the processional. It's a great honor, and we've had a chance to catch up with some of these students taking photos here today. Let's take a look.
My name is Polo Decano, and I'm representing the College of Education.
How big of a day is today for you?
This is the most enormous day of my life to this point, almost, aside from getting married. This is the culmination of 10 years of graduate school for me.
So did the marriage just happen, or is it about to happen?
It happened August 20th of last year.
So it's just a big year all around.
This is a big monumental year. Yes, it is.
So can you please explain to me what a gonfalonier is?
As I understand it, it's my job to represent the College of Education and bring our flag into an official ceremony, in this case, commencement.
And how does it feel to have been selected? I understand it's a great honor.
It is. It is. I've worked very hard in my time here, and I've contributed where I could in the College of Education, and to have been selected, it means a lot to me.
And what's next for you?
Everything. Anything. Not being bound to program requirements is going to allow me to do a lot of work to support my community, to focus on doing what I set out to do, which is to support mental health and athletics and foster resilience in the UW community as wide as I can.
And can you tell me, I've never seen these before. I've seen the lays, but this is new to me. What is this?
You know, this was something that one of my cohort, well, she's not a cohort mate, but one of my program peers gave to me in commencement on Friday, and I don't know exactly the symbolism of it, but I was honored to take it. I'll take a lay anytime.
You got any shout-outs?
Majd, the Decano family, the Chamberlain family, the Bagnodet family, the Khatib family, all of my friends and family. It's been a ride that I couldn't have done without everybody.
That's wonderful to hear. Thank you for your time, Polo.
All right, thank you very much.
How's it going, Tess?
Oh, it's going quite well, thank you.
So you're getting your doctorate today. You're also a gonfalonier. How big of a moment is this for you?
Incredibly huge. Was on the streets in the U District when I was 17 years old, looking at the University of Washington with a dream to come here and get my education, and I was so blessed that I was able to do that. And not only that, but be here today with you.
And you're walking. That's incredible. I'm so happy to have you here.
Thank you very much.
What's next for you? What's the next plan?
Well, I started working in a rural rotation in northeastern Washington last summer, and I loved it so much I decided to go back out there and work with underserved populations in Stevens County.
That's incredible. Thank you so much for the work you're going to be doing. That's fantastic.
Great, thank you.
Hi there, I'm Sergio Garcia. I'm graduating with a Bachelor's in Arts and Disability Studies and Law Societies and Justice.
How big of a day is it for you today?
It's huge. I was super excited for this for days on end.
Have you practiced carrying the big gonfalonier flag that you have?
I mean, I practiced with a broom, but apart from that, not much more.
I want to imagine you in your room practicing your graduation walk with a broom.
I was proud. I was standing proud, and then my cat got in the way, and I almost tripped.
And what's next for you, real quick?
Eventually, law school.
That's wonderful to hear. Thank you for your time, and good luck today.
Yeah, thank you.
I am here with David with the UW Wind Ensemble. How's it going, David?
Oh, fantastic. So glad to be here. How are you doing?
I'm doing well, thank you very much. You are quite the curious character. You're holding a giant instrument and you're wearing graduation robes. Are you graduating and working on your graduation?
You know, I figure I can do it all. I'll still get to walk and I'll still get to play, so.
You're getting paid to walk, basically.
That's right, yeah.
So I was hoping, what kind of instrument are you playing?
This is called a contrabassoon. It's an octave lower than a regular bassoon, and it's something you don't find very often in most ensembles, mostly in some orchestral pieces.
I was wondering if you could, in a way, metaphorically, play yourself off. Give me a quick lick. You think you could do that for me?
I think I can. Awkwardly.
Awesome.
I think you know the rest.
Yes, we do. So you're feeling excited, you're feeling fantastic, and you got any shout-outs when you get to your friends and family?
I would love to say hi to my family that's all here, wherever they are, somewhere in the stands.
All right. Well, thank you so much for your time today, and good luck performing and walking.
Thank you so much, Justin.
We are back here on the practice field where the students are lining up. You can see they're extremely excited. We're also here with two of our grad marshals, and I'm about to find out what a grad marshal is. We've got Lauren and Patricia from the College of Arts and Sciences. What is a grad marshal?
So we're college marshals. We help the undergraduates walk into the stadium. We're both faculty. Lauren's in psychology, and I'm the chair of anthropology.
And what's the energy been like out here with the students?
Oh, so happy. I haven't seen this many smiles in one place in a long time. Especially with the sun, I think, is helping.
And you guys are going to sit on the stage as well. Are you going to help pass out all of the diploma holders?
No, we don't actually get to do that, but we do get to see our students when they walk across the stage, and it's absolutely wonderful.
Have you been having any conversations with the students lined up? Anything interesting you found out?
I don't know about anything interesting, but they're thrilled. I went back and found a couple of students that I've just had over the years, and they're happy to be here.
Now, this isn't your first time doing this, or is this your first time as a grad marshal?
I've been doing this every year since 2005. There's something about this moment in these students' lives that it's wonderful to celebrate with them.
I remember when I was out here on the field, and like the complete freedom of having so many faces you recognize. Being out here on the turf also feels interesting. Do you have anything to say about the energy out here?
I'm just excited. This is my first time here, so I'm happy to be walking with the students and then to just sit back and watch everything unfold. I'm very excited.
And have you seen any fun hats that stand out in your mind?
I see them right now. It doesn't take much to look around. There's a lot of big balloons way at the back of the line, bringing us up, and lots of decorations on the top.
All right, it looks like we're starting to maybe get the processional ready, so we'll come back a bit later. We're going to try something a little bit experimental. Do you have any shout-outs to friends and family?
I love you.
Any shout-outs to friends and family?
Shout out to my family. Thanks, Mom and Dad.
Any shout-outs to friends and family?
Thank you, Mom and Dad. I love
Thanks, Mom and Dad.
Any shout-outs to friends and family?
Oh.
Mom and Dad.
It's like we're chasing a river of fish. I'm getting to the other side. Hey, do we have any shout-outs to friends and family?
I'll give a shout out to my mom and dad and my boyfriend Phil for being awesome and being here.
Are they in the audience?
They are in the audience.
Hello, hello. Any shout-outs to friends and family?
Thanks, Mom, Dad. What?
Shout-outs to friends and family.
Thank you, Mom. Thank you, Michelle, my fairy godmother.
Are they in the audience?
Yeah, they're in the audience.
They weren't expecting this. Any shout-outs to friends and family?
Absolutely. My mom, Lori Brown, and my father, Chris Brown, you guys are with me from the start. Thank you very much.
Awesome. Any shout-outs to friends and family?
Love you, Mom and Dad. Thanks.
Hey, thanks to everybody who supported me while I was in school.
Awesome. What are you guys graduating in, by the way?
We're both in communications.
Hey, I was communication.
Journalism.
Do you want to do this next year? Because it's very stressful.
Totally. Why not?
Awesome. Just give me a call afterwards. I'll give you my card. Yeah. Hey, any shout-outs to friends and family out of curiosity, miss?
Oh, yeah, absolutely. My mom, my family, my grandma, couldn't do it without them.
All right. Thank you very much. I'm going to stop interrupting all of these students because they are getting ready to go. The processional is about to start, and we are very close to the beginning of the 143rd commencement ceremony. Thank you so much for watching the purple carpet ceremony. I've been Austin Siedentopf, and keep your eyes peeled and your cameras ready because we're about to start. Have a wonderful commencement.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the University of Washington's 143rd commencement ceremony, honoring the graduating class of 2018. Faculty, led by the commencement marshals and the winners of the 2018 Awards of Excellence. Now entering the stadium are candidates for the various doctoral and professional degrees. Carrying the gonfalons for the graduate school are Lise Lalonde on the north and Tess Wilson on the south. Lise is receiving a Doctor of Philosophy in French Studies. Tess is receiving a Doctor of Physical Therapy degree. On the north, carrying the gonfalon for the School of Pharmacy is Sky Mitchell. Sky is receiving a Doctor of Pharmacy degree. On the south, carrying the gonfalon for the School of Law is Leslie Wu. Leslie is receiving a Juris Doctor degree. Candidates for the various master's degrees are now entering the stadium. Carrying the gonfalons for the graduate school are Ying Tian Terry Gu on the north and Shane Enamura on the south. Terry is receiving a Master of Public Administration. Shane is receiving a Master of Science of Health Administration. Also on the north, carrying the gonfalon for the Evans School of Public Policy and Governance is Chuan Fan. Chuan is receiving a Master of Public Administration. Also on the south, carrying the gonfalon for the School of Dentistry is Alyssa Muller. Ms. Muller is graduating with a Doctor of Dental Surgery. Ladies and gentlemen, candidates for the bachelor's degrees from the College of Arts and Sciences are now entering the stadium. Bachelor of Arts, Bachelor of Design, Bachelor of Fine Arts, and Bachelor of Music candidates are on the north. Bachelor of Science and Biology candidates are also on the north. All other Bachelor of Science candidates enter on the south. On the north, carrying the gonfalon for the College of Arts and Sciences is Christina Terwilliger, who is graduating with a Bachelor of Music in Voice. Candidates receiving Bachelor of Science degrees are now entering from the south, led by gonfalonier Brian Day, receiving a Bachelor of Science in Neurobiology. Candidates from the College of Arts and Sciences continue to enter on the north and the south. Carrying the gonfalon on the north is Wendy Henry, who is receiving a Bachelor of Arts in Integrated Social Sciences. Ladies and gentlemen, on the south side of the stadium, please welcome bachelor's candidates from the College of Education, led by Gonfalonier Policarpio Polo Decano. Mr. Decano is receiving a Doctor of Philosophy in Education, School Psychology. Gentlemen, entering on the south side of the stadium, please welcome the bachelor's candidates from the College of Education, led by Gonfalonier's Caitlin Zoe and Trevor D. Hedges. Caitlin is receiving a Bachelor of Science in Computer Science. Trevor is graduating with a Bachelor of Science in Aeronautical and Astronautical Engineering. Candidates from the College of Arts and Sciences continue to enter from the north, led by Gonfalonier Sergio Garcia Cisneros, who's receiving a Bachelor of Arts in Law, Societies, and Justice. Now entering the south are bachelor's candidates from the College of the Environment. Carrying the gonfalon is Jacob Hendrickson, who is receiving a Bachelor of Science in Atmospheric Sciences, Meteorology. Bachelor's candidates from the Information School are now entering the stadium on the south. The Information School gonfalon is carried by gonfaloniers Ethan Anderson and Joyce Yu. Each of them is receiving a Bachelor of Science in Informatics. Receiving Bachelor of Arts and Bachelor of Science degrees from the College of Arts and Sciences are now entering from the north, led by gonfalonier Chenyeo Ju, who is receiving a Bachelor of Arts in French and Mathematics. Bachelor candidates from the Michael G. Foster School of Business are now entering the stadium on the south, led by gonfaloniers Macy McGovern and Alan Benavides. Each is receiving a Bachelor of Arts in Business Administration. Bachelor candidates from the School of Nursing and the School of Medicine are now entering the stadium on the south. The School of Nursing is led by gonfalonier Erica Soling, who is receiving a Doctor of Nursing Practice in Family Nurse Practitioner. Carrying the gonfalon for the School of Medicine is Vivian Xiao, who is receiving a Doctor of Physical Therapy. the College of Built Environments. They're led by Gonfalonier Sujin Pang, who is receiving a Bachelor of Science in Construction Management. On the north, carrying the gonfalon for the College of Arts and Sciences is Neo Lace, who is receiving a Bachelor of Science in Psychology. The final group of bachelor candidates entering the stadium on the south are from the School of Public Health and the School of Social Work. Carrying the gonfalon for the School of Public Health is Samantha Karaming, who is receiving a Bachelor of Science in Environmental Health. The School of Social Work candidates are led by gonfalonier Patricia Renee Barnes, who is receiving a Master of Social Work in Administrative and Policy Practice. Ladies and gentlemen, members of the Deans and President's parties are about to enter the stadium. Will all graduates please take their seats? And now, please turn your attention to the southwest corner of the stadium and welcome the procession of the deans of the university's 16 schools and colleges. Academic procession concludes with the entrance to the stadium of the University of Washington's Regents, President and Vice Presidents, led by University Marshal Associate Professor Joseph Janes of the Information School. Will all graduates please remain standing at your seats?
Welcome to our beautiful campus. We'd like to begin this ceremony by acknowledging the land on which the university rests, the lands of the Coast Salish peoples, which touches the shared waters of all tribes and bands within the Suquamish, Tulalip, and Muckleshoot nations. Today, we celebrate together. The commencement exercises of the University of Washington will be opened with the presentation of the colors by the Joint ROTC Color Guard and the singing of the Star-Spangled Banner by Nicholas Varela. Mr. Varela is graduating today with a Bachelor of Arts in Music, Music History, and a Bachelor of Music in Voice. The audience will please rise.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
Please be seated. It is now my very great pleasure to present to you the President of the University of Washington, Dr. Anna Mari Kause, who will preside over today's exercises.
Welcome to the 143rd commencement ceremony of the University of Washington. You look lovely. Commencement ceremonies are an expression of academic traditions going back hundreds of years, and they symbolize some of the most fundamental values of civilization, most particularly the pursuit of truth and the preservation of freedom. The splendid music you've been listening to during the processional, which you'll be hearing more of later in the program, is being provided to us this afternoon by students from the School of Music's Wind Ensemble under the direction of Professor Timothy Salzman. As you can tell, they are gifted musicians, and we greatly appreciate their participation today. Let's thank them. Now, these ceremonies are solemn, but they're also festive. As the name suggests, this is not an end, but a commencement of new activities and challenges in the lives of our graduates. Just a few years ago, we welcomed you to the University of Washington Freshman Convocation in front of the same 4 columns that you see standing behind me. That's all that remains of the original university that opened in 1861. At that convocation, we told you that we would see you later right in front of the same columns again when you graduated. Today, for some of you, that may seem like a lifetime. For others, maybe it was just yesterday, maybe a little bit of both. But here you are. You made it. And I'm truly honored to be the first to formally congratulate the degree and award recipients and to welcome all of you to this ceremony. The ultimate responsibility for the university lies with the members of the Board of Regents, 10 citizens of the state who are appointed by the governor and confirmed by the state senate. These dedicated men and women devote many hours each year to the welfare of the university. 9 of our regents are with us here this afternoon, and I'd like to introduce them at this time. Please hold your applause until they're all introduced. Jeremy Jake, the chair of the board. Constance W. Rice, board vice chair. William S. Eyre, Joel Benalil, Christiane Blake, Jaron Reed Goddard, the student member of the board, Joanne Harrell, Rogelio Riojas, and Blaine Tamaki. Please recognize our Board of Regents. In addition to the regents, we have seated on the platform this afternoon the chief academic and administrative officers of the university, the vice presidents, the deans of the schools and colleges who will be introduced soon, faculty members, professor emeriti, and elected student leadership, whom you will also meet a bit later, and other representatives from the various schools, colleges, and departments of the university. We also have with us the chair of the Faculty Senate, Thaisa Way, who represents one of the greatest faculties on the planet and which I'm so proud to be a part of. Thaisa? I am also very pleased to introduce Suzanne Del Este, the president of our Alumni Association, which has been keeping the over 400,000 members of the Husky alumni family connected with each other and with the university for more than 125 years. I hope that you all join. I would also like to recognize the many members of the faculty serving today as commencement marshals, and in particular, our 2018 Awards of Excellence recipients. Several of them are here today: Alexis Harris, Quintard Taylor, Gail Joseph, Francis McHugh, Eldridge Alcantara, and Chelsea Woods. Please stand. The names of our marshals and award winners are listed in your commencement program. Finally, of great importance today are the family members and supporters who have been so instrumental in helping each of our graduates achieve the tremendous distinction that they will be awarded today. I would like all the mothers, all the fathers, all the family members, all your supporters to stand. And graduates, let's applaud them. Thank you for all your support of our graduates. Now, to the graduates, I'm proud of every one of you. While you each took a different path to arrive here today, not one of you got here without encountering setbacks, bumps in the roads, disappointments, frustrations. The fact that you're still sitting here today, that you are sitting here today, is a testament to you, to your resilience and determination. and to the people and organizations who surround you and have supported you. In earning this degree, whether it's your bachelor's, your master's, a professional degree, or a PhD, you've equipped yourself with the knowledge, skills, and credentials to open countless doors. And if that door you want to open doesn't exist yet, I know you're going to invent it and build it for yourselves. You are a class that has not been waiting for permission. You have already taken ownership of your power and seized the opportunities before you. The degree you complete today isn't a license to create change. It's one more powerful arrow in your quiver to affect the change that you are already making. Personally, I can't wait to see what you'll do. I hope you'll use your powerful minds, hands, and voices to give back in ways that will help future generations as well as previous ones, because we need your help too. I hope you'll value compassion and empathy and use the privilege that comes with this degree to lift up those who stumble, just as you have been lifted up when you stumbled. I hope you'll view yourself as part of a larger whole, and I encourage you to apply your tremendous talent and energy to make that whole as inclusive as possible. We have miles to go. We have big problems to solve. But looking at this sea of faces, I think of the incredible work you've done on the stage, in the lab, marching in Red Square, or hunkered down in the library. And I'm filled not merely with hope. I know that our future is in good hands because it's in your hands. So thank you for bringing your passion and curiosity to our university. We're so proud to be part of your journey. You'll always be welcome, so come visit when the road leads you back here. Today, your journey does not commence. It continues, onward and upward. Congratulations, graduates. Now I'd like to ask Susan Song and Abe Bao to present the class gift. Susan is graduating today with a Bachelor of Arts in Political Science, and Abe is majoring in Political Science and Psychology and plans to graduate this summer. Susan was the chair of the Senior Class Gift Council, and Abe was the vice chair. Thanks to your leadership, the senior class has made this wonderful early start in philanthropy. Here's Abe.
Thank you, President Kause. Just a minor correction that I'll be receiving psychology, political and economics degrees. Good afternoon, everyone. It's an honor to speak in front of you today. I believe giving is more than just money. It's an act of care, support, and love. Being an immigrant who came here as a teenager, alone, with no family members here to support me, philanthropy has made it possible for me to graduate from this prestigious university with honors. During my time at the University of Washington, I have received the Merit Scholarship and the Ralph Leonard Achievement Award. These gifts have played a very important role in my success, and I am thankful. But I also believe that there is a misconception that underrepresented groups receive but don't give. As a student leader, I have taken the opportunities I've gotten here at the University of Washington to give back to my community. And of course, each one of us, especially those of us wearing a purple ribbon here today, has our own story about why we want to give back. Because while we are grateful to receive, we are just as eager to contribute. Now, it's my great privilege to represent my fellow graduates in passing the baton in the tradition of the University of Washington to support future students. Congratulations, class of 2018. Thank you.
President Kelsey, your commitment to equity, diversity, tolerance, and inclusion has helped transform my vision and understanding of my future, and I'm deeply grateful. Like me, so many students have had the opportunity to create a memorable Husky experience. And through this gift to the Boundless Impact Fund, we hope to create even more of those opportunities. Your leadership inspires us to entrust you with this gift. We hope you will use it to continue the great UW legacy of student-led initiatives that foster meaningful and transformative experiences. And now, on behalf of the class of 2018, we present you with this scroll containing the names of all who gave to the class gift, and we thank everyone who has made this extraordinary moment possible for all of us. Thank you. Thank you.
It will be put to good use. On behalf of the grateful university and future generations of students, I accept this generous gift from the class of 2018. Now all of you share in the future of the university. Since 1932, the university has presented medals to the graduating seniors with the most distinguished academic records at the university. One medal is awarded to a student who's completed at least 3/4 of his or her degree requirements at the university, and one is awarded to a student who entered the university with at least 60 transfer credits from a Washington community or technical college. The first recipient of this year's President Medal is Grace Shannon Woodward. Grace, will you come forward? During her freshman, Grace? It's not any fun if you don't get to embarrass them right next to you. During her freshman year, Grace was chosen for a research assistant position in the University Center for Anxiety and Stress. She engaged in undergraduate research at the center for 2.5 years and participated in 3 different studies centered on the treatment of post-traumatic stress disorder, ultimately presenting her research at the University of California, Los Angeles. Grace was also an intern at Seattle Children's Hospital in the Psychiatry and Behavioral Medicine Unit, and she traveled to Italy, where she studied the refugee crisis and assisted refugees and asylum seekers. Grace is graduating summa cum laude with a Bachelor of Science in Psychology. I am so pleased to be able to recognize you with a medal. You earned it. The recipient for the President's Medal for the student who entered the university from a Washington community college is Andrew Vo. Andrew entered the university from Highline College and decided to continue his studies as an education, community, and organizations major in the College of Education. During his senior year, he served as a reading, mathematics, and enrichment intern at Northgate Elementary School, where he provided academic support and one-on-one tutoring services to students who were learning English and struggled with literacy. Next year, he will begin studies leading to a Master's of Arts in Teaching. Andrew is graduating summa cum laude with a Bachelor of Arts in Education, Communities, and Organization. Congratulations, Andrew. And that's just the tip of the iceberg. All our graduates have pretty amazing stories. And For a moment, I'd like to recognize those students who are graduating today with the university's highest honors, summa cum laude, magna cum laude, and cum laude. Their names are listed on page 15 of the commencement program. A really important part of students' experience here is student government. It's an important component of governments for the entire institution, and its leadership is called on regularly to represent student views on a wide range of issues. I'm pleased to introduce you now to the President of the Associated Students of the University of Washington, Osman Saluddin, and the President of the Graduate and Professional Student Senate, So-Yun Eloise Kim.
Hello, everyone, and congratulations to the graduating class of 2018. My name is Osman Salahuddin, and I had the pleasure of serving as your UW Student Body President. Now, before I begin, I want to start by giving a shout out to my parents who are here in attendance today. I also want to recognize all of the family, friends, and loved ones in the audience who are here supporting us. Let's give them a huge round of applause. Now, I could stand up here and tell you all about how these past 4 years have been the best years of our lives, but I was only given 2 minutes to talk. So, after chatting with my close friend Carter Junkel, we decided to create something to share with you just how meaningful this moment is. Today is about 2 things: thinking about what our future holds, but just as importantly, remembering all of the amazing times that we've had at the University of Washington. We came to this school as freshmen, transfer students, first-year graduate students, unsure of what this journey would hold for us, but we were ready to take on any challenge. Surrounded by some of the greatest professors, intelligent peers, and one of the best campuses in the country, our time at the university was defined by every single decision that we made as students. Through all of the all-nighters, all of the difficulties getting into a major, all of the failures, college threw so many curveballs at us, and sometimes we didn't know what to do. But we worked hard every single step of the way and never gave up. And after all of it, we have had the opportunity to learn, grow, have fun, and most of all, find a lifelong community at one of the greatest universities in the world. And here we are, sitting at commencement today. These have been some of the greatest years of our lives, but these 4 years will not define us. We all have so much more to give, so as you leave this amazing community, always remember that you have the potential to make an amazing impact on the world. Be curious, ask questions, never stop exploring new things. Transform the world around you, and always remember, you don't have to be perfect. You just have to be willing to try. Congratulations, and go Dogs!
Hello, UW. 안녕하세요, Huskies. Congratulations on completing a grad school and living for a next stage of your life as masters and doctors. Bidding a farewell to the UW, I hope your bag of memories is full of many good ones. Oh, let's not forget the anxious self-doubt if you belong to the academia and the fear you would ever finish it. But after all those, you are here today holding a completed degree. One message I like to share as a fellow grad student is to remember that you are capable of very many things, often much more than what you believe you can do. This year, I had the blessing to serve as a grad student body president. However, my journey as an international student, a person of color, and no native English speaker pursuing a PhD in English always not has been rosy. Yet, with the generous help of many mentors, advisors, colleagues, and friends, I can be where I am today. A grad school is not just where we earn more knowledge. We grow as people. With years of study, research, teaching, community services, We are leaders already. By leaders, I do not mean someone leading a unit as chief person or who gets promoted higher or faster than other people. I believe there are many ways to be a leader. UW has helped and challenged us to become better people. Not just with our head, but with our heart. I ask you to occupy a space and a community you will join after UW with integrity and compassion and become a serving leader who makes a positive impact and who is giving. I'd like to conclude with Audre Lorde's message that says, when I dare to be powerful, to use my strengths in the service of my vision, then it becomes less and less important whether I'm afraid. With this humble message, I salute you. 졸업을 축하합니다. Congratulations. Go Huskies!
Aren't our students wonderful? Today, we're honored to have as our commencement speaker one of our own graduates, a graduate of our own School of Medicine, and someone who's dedicated his life to improving the health and circumstances of low-income children and families throughout Washington State. He's currently the Senior Medical Director and the Janet and Jim Senegal Endowed Chair for the Odessa Brown Children's Clinic. He's also a pediatrician at Seattle Children's Hospital, a clinical professor of pediatrics at the University of Washington, and a founding co-director of the Washington Medical Legal Partnership. Please join me in giving a very warm welcome to Dr. Benjamin Danielson.
Wow. Thank you so much. I am so nervous, I'm taking a second to sign in. This is really wonderful. I'm especially happy that you guys are so popular that even the clouds wanted to come and see what was going on here today. You guys are pretty amazing. I can't tell you what an incredible honor it is to be here today. My name is Ben Danielson, and I'm really pleased to be part of this celebration. I'm a UW Med School alum and a pediatrician at a community clinic here in Seattle. I thought I would talk today about mentorship, of learning, teaching, growing through the lens of mentorship. And I thought I would start with my mom, Jude. You know, at first, I didn't tell my mom that I was going to be providing this talk today, partly because she doesn't like a big to-do, you know, a big deal. And today is really a big deal, and it's all for you. My mom, she rescued me from foster care, and she struggled in the midst of abject poverty to raise me and my sisters. So this moment would be penultimate for her. It would, because she so strongly instilled in us the value of a good education as a way to be better individuals, to be of better service, and to lift us out of economic deprivation. Your graduating from this incredible university would be penultimate for her. I'm sure that my mom, right after scolding me for not calling her more often, would want to share some of her wisdom with you. Now, Mom's a bit of a countercultural hippie, and she does things her own way. Anyway, she has perfected a special kind of compliment sandwich that I want to share with you today. It reminds me a little bit of those fancy French grilled sandwiches, those croque madames. So I call this, from Jude, my mom, I call her technique the croque mama. Savory compliments all over. Savory compliments all over it make you feel good. And then there's this hard question, sort of a heart-wrenching moralism, a thought-jarring crust of a challenge, a sudden contrast of flavor and heat and righteous crisp. My mom might say something to you all like, "Welcome to your future. You've accomplished something really amazing and I'm quite proud of you. Now, before you get all too full of yourself and your fancy robes and your funny hats, you know, don't you, that you didn't do this alone. This stadium is full of people who helped you get there in ways big and small. And for every one in this stadium, there are 10 more people that you know in your lives that have helped you. And for every one of them, there are 10 more people that you will never meet who made it possible for you to get to this moment. They held doors open, minds changed, lessons taught, lessons learned, simple kindnesses, deferring indulgences, working overtime, creating space, nudging, tugging, lifting you up. And you know what? My mom's right. And that's a classic croak mama. Or maybe she would say, "Welcome to your future. You're a remarkable group of people. You've worked incredibly hard and deserve a chance to pause and celebrate. Now, I have a list of requests that I need you to jump on right away because the world is really hurting. Your predecessors have done some major damage, and I need you to get working on fixing it." And she'd be right. And you've just been croak mama'd. Jude, my hippie mom, would keep at you. She'd say, "Welcome to your future. You have worked so hard, grown so much, prepared so well to go forth and achieve great things, reach great heights. But you do remember, don't you, that who you are as a person will always matter more than what titles you carry." She'd say, "I want you to do well in the world, but I need you to do good in the world." And she'd be right, wouldn't she? Croak mama. Jude, my countercultural hippie mom, would want you all to know how proud she is of every one of you. She'd be perfectly happy for those of you who know exactly what you're doing next and where you want your path to lead, but she'd feel a special kind of kinship and warmth for those of you who are entering your futures with some sense of uncertainty. She would celebrate your uncertainty and encourage you to do the same. She would say, "Embrace uncertainty. Uncertainty is actually where the most personal growth occurs. Uncertainty is the space where creativity thrives." She would say that uncertainty is a prerequisite for radical transformational change, and she really wants transformational change to happen in this world. And so do I. My mom, Jude, would talk about how much better life is when you can't actually see that far down your path. Jude might say that she finds those people who only experience privilege, only travel a straight and straightforward path, just aren't quite as interesting to her. For my part, I also appreciate those who have known hardship. I find I learn the most from them. I tend to find them the most interesting. I find them the most remarkable, just like my most remarkable mom, whose very uncertain path goes all the way back at least as far as the moment she chose to rescue me from foster care. So my hope for all of you, graduates, friends, family, is that your lives are full of remarkable people and that you have the vision to notice just how remarkable they are. Most of the most remarkable people I know are women. There is a certain, You know, of course, I start with my wife. And there's a certain university president near me, Anna Marie Casse, who is an incredibly remarkable woman. My mom would like you very much. There's another Anna Kleiss, who started Seattle Children's Hospital over 100 years ago with a promise to treat every child regardless of their race, religion, or ability to pay. Our clinic, the Odessa Brown Children's Clinic, is named after a remarkable woman, a single black mom who was a tireless community activist. I think my mom would have really liked Odessa. Our clinic's first medical director, a remarkable woman, Dr. Blanche Levizo, a strong leader who assured our patients were treated with dignity and who expected more out of the people around her. Not a hippie, but my mom still would have liked her. I learned what my work would really be like in the clinic from Liz Thomas, the first African American to graduate from this university's advanced practice nursing program. Yeah. You see, when I first started working in the clinic, I think I had this idea that the good I could do would be based solely on my training, based on my degrees, and on the direct treatment of young patients. Then Ms. Thomas, she grabbed me and walked me outside. She pointed away from the clinic and into the surrounding community, and she said, there, out there, that's where your best work will be done. Because you have to care about the kids who never come through our clinic's door just as much as you care about the ones who do. And you know what? She was right. Her lessons remind me that your university experience is much more than some accumulation of class hours. You are much more than the confining definition of your degrees. A degree, a set of skills, they're access codes. They unlock the opportunity to do some good, and you will likely find, like I did, that the greatest good you do may have the least to do with your actual degree. I hope you remember this, because to me you inspire a hopeful promise for our future. And the promise you offer to the spaces beyond this campus is thanks to the great preparation you've received within this university. It has sparked a flame in you, has encouraged you to direct it both outwardly into the world and encouraged its light to shine inwardly within this campus. For this university, this institution has a remarkable capacity to build foundations of critical thinking and ideation and fairness and robust discourse. And it is also true that no institution, no entity, no campus in this country is free of bias towards appearance or ableness, age or maleness, heteroness or whiteness or wealthiness. You know this, some of you know this all too well. These struggles exist within and without these walls. And I want you to hear me when I say you are ready to be the authors that rewrite a more equitable world. You are ready. You carry the fundamental gifts, the essential tools. You practice Pono. Another remarkable person, another mentor, she talked about the native Hawaiian concept of Pono, a word that encompasses equity, morality, correctness, healing, and goodness. Now that's a lot of character in one word, but it's the right word for you. I see you moving forward in the world with Pono. I say this with confidence because I've gotten to know some of you, and I have to tell you that you are a different generation. I don't mean that in a croak mama kind of way. You're an inspiring, transformational generation. You, or someone very much like you, has helped me along the way many times. I see you as leaders of impending change. People like me, so-called community leaders, we are so humbled and inspired by you. You have been my mentors. I count you among the students of many paths who I consider, especially in recent years, to be my most cherished teachers. You have shown a presence, a perspective that people like me need to heed. You have presumed that big transforming change is possible, not just possible, probable, thanks to you. You have questioned and challenged and pushed. You're my mentors. This is true today with you especially, but there's also an ageless truth here. One of the most important lessons I learned here at the university was that no matter where you are in your education, in your profession, in life, you are always a student and always a teacher. So I look to you in your role as teachers, and I know you'll enter the next phases of your lives as catalysts, as melders and welders, helping this world let go of its fear-based isolationism, its tendency toward othering and segregation. Like a warm hug, you will remind us how much more we have in common than we have that divides us. How much more our interests are shared interests, our needs are common needs, our strengths are collaborative strengths. You will be our champions of belonging. Now, I don't mean a belonging that morphs us all into some kind of indistinguishability. I don't refer to a belonging that is a lessening of our uniqueness. I've been in too many places, especially places of power, that speak to wanting diversity, wanting inclusiveness, but actually mean that they want you to act more like them. I've seen people believe that their way, because of their power, and makes their view the only way and the right way, and I wonder if that has stifled us as a society. A leader in Native American healthcare once said, if every time you go to a meeting, everyone looks like you, everyone thinks like you, everyone talks like you, everyone agrees with you, then you are going to the wrong meetings. Our differences actually make us more connected. They make us better. There's a more beautiful, messier, creative, expressive, enriching kind of belonging that can transform us. You will help to set that kind of a table. I look forward to working beside you, inspired by your courageous humanity. Important choices will visit you, and when they do, your decency, your sense of pono will be your guide. You will choose well and you will choose boldly, undaunted by those old phrases like, "This has always been the way we've done things," or "These challenges are just too big to fix." You will make big decisions courageously and see the bigger issues in even the smallest of decisions. If you are presented with a choice to have a few material gains or to stave off environmental catastrophe, you will choose the earth. I see you practice the Jewish tradition of tikkun olam, the practice of repairing the world and a commitment to civic action, another phrase full of meaning and exemplary of who you are. I admire that you aren't afraid to try. You aren't afraid to try and experience failure. This is a strength. One of you, who is one of my mentors and a talented vocal artist, uses the line, "A setback is only a setup for a comeback." And I admire that fail-forward attitude. I admire this university for nurturing it. It engenders a certain kind of courage, doesn't it? You might not even notice that you have that kind of courage until you really need it, but it is there, and it will guide you as we transform society together. I think big changes are coming because fear won't hold you back. I think of the East German philosopher Rudolf Barrow, who said, "When the forms of the old culture are dying, the new culture is created by a few people who are not afraid." That is you. You are, yes. You're directed by a compelling inner compass, and through it you have guided me, taught me not to fear the hard fight, nor the complex, nor even the impractical. People like me are not just sitting on the sidelines waiting for you. We are on this journey with you, because changing the world is hard work. We see you take the harder paths of justice and dignity and equity, even if that hard path is impractical, because an impractical morality beats an immoral practicality any day of the week. The weight is shared across our shoulders. Together, we won't fear a hard fight or shy from hard truths. We can advance balanced discussions about our society, that this country offers much good, and there are also other realities too. The reality that privilege is real, and so is racism and oppression. That some people are lifted up on warm thermals towards institutions like this from day one, while others face cold vortices that pull them toward disconnection and even prison. These are important truths, and we can show that the truth still matters. We together can repair what a very snarky dentist friend of mine tends to call an epidemic of truth decay. We can own our several truths, understand one truth without rejecting another. We can care about the struggles of a family in the most rural setting, acknowledge their denigrations and the invisibility they feel, just as we can care about the struggles of a family in an urban setting, acknowledging those denigrations and invisible feelings. We can care about women's rights, LGBTQI rights, immigration rights, ageism-related rights, and ableness rights. And when we do stand up for those, we are not treading on anyone else's rights. Yeah. You will help all of us choose a better world, a world where quality education and quality health care are universal rights for everyone. That's right. A world where nutritious food and a roof over one's head happen for everyone before any grand luxury happens for anyone. A world where every child's promising potential is treated like the incredible treasure that it is. A world where classrooms, street corners, and police interactions are never places where we have to worry about the safety of our children, our youth. You will help us choose a world where every dreamer has a chance to sit where you do today, no matter where they or their parents started. You can tell you inspire me, don't you? Because you will remain bold and audacious. When called for, you'll exercise dangerous thinking and irrational behavior. You'll nurture the value of disrespect for authority. You'll stand tall and raise your fist. You'll take a knee. You will stand, you will sit, you will take a knee if conscience says it's the right thing to do. And you will make sure that anyone else can do any of those things as well, because you know that those are actually the actions that fulfill the promise that this is the remarkable country that it says it is. Make your own way, name your own path, your own career. Be a chief joy executive, be a master of hope administration, be a certified disruptor, be an iconoclast technician. Be an unstoppable force of good for the lives you touch. For the systems that need breaking, be a rebel with a cause. It's okay. It's really okay to not decide what you want to do. There's still so much more time for that, and besides, my mom, Jude, would love you for it. Put your energy instead to deciding who you are, how you show up in your life, how you show yourself to the world. The world is on a brink of change. You can feel it. You can almost see it. What a great time to graduate. There's this readiness, this feeling of impending hope. I can feel it. It's near. It is close. It is so very close. And you are its authors. A change is on its way. There's this impending hope, and it is only waiting for you to step into your grace and power. The writer Arundhati Roy wrote, "Another world is not only possible, she is on her way. On a quiet day, I can hear her breathing. On a quiet day, I can hear her breathing." Thank you very much.
Ladies and gentlemen, we are now ready to present the various degrees to all candidates. Degrees will be conferred by the Chair of the Board of Regents, Jeremy Jake. The audience is requested to remain in their seats until the conclusion of today's ceremonies. Candidates for doctoral degrees will be presented by the several deans. For the School of Medicine, Associate Dean Sarah Kim.
It is an honor to recommend the 223 candidates for the degree of Doctor of Medicine. Many of these graduates have proceeded to graduate training positions throughout the country. Those participating in today's ceremony will come forward with the other doctoral candidates.
Associate Dean Sarah Gordon, School of Dentistry.
It's my pleasure to present the candidates for Doctor of Dental Surgery. These candidates were honored previously in separate ceremonies. The present candidates will please come forward with the other doctoral candidates.
Interim Tony Remby Dean, Anita Krug, School of Law.
On behalf of the Faculty of Law, I have the honor of presenting the 176 candidates for the degree of Juris Doctor. The law graduates participating in this ceremony will please come forward with the other doctoral candidates.
Dean Sean Sullivan, School of Pharmacy.
On behalf of the faculty of the School of Pharmacy, it is my honor to present the 89 candidates for the degree of Doctor of Pharmacy. These candidates will please come forward with the other doctoral candidates.
Interim Dean Rebecca Honorud of the Graduate School.
Here with us today are candidates who have completed the requirements for the degrees of Doctor of Philosophy, Education, Musical Arts, Physical Therapy, Audiology, and Nursing Practice. On behalf of the deans of the schools and the colleges and the graduate faculty, I am pleased and honored to recommend these candidates for the highest degrees awarded by the University of Washington.
It is my distinct pleasure to present you, Regent Jake, all of the doctoral degree candidates from the various schools and colleges.
On behalf of the Board of Regents and the faculties of the respective schools, I am pleased to confer upon these candidates their respective doctoral degrees. Congratulations, you have achieved high academic distinction, and this university salutes you. You'll be presented today with a memento of this graduation exercise. Please come forward.
Will all doctoral degree candidates from schools and colleges please rise?
I'm not in the sun. This is I need.
Lisa Lalonde, French Studies. Jennifer Sky Mitchell, Pharmacy.
Erica Soling, Doctor of Nursing Practice.
Mehteb Nazimi, Education.
Poliarquipo Polo Decano, School of Psychology.
Jamie Michelle Phillips Jimenez, Education.
Alyssa Kaylin Muller, Dental Surgery.
Winston S. Benjamin, Education, Multicultural Education.
Leslie Wu, Juris Doctor.
Gonzala Guzman, Education.
Tess Wilson, Physical Therapy.
Mackenzie Z. Nix, Physical Therapy.
Lamin Sane, Nursing Practice.
Sarah Renee Hager, Physical Therapy.
Dauda Cham, Nursing Practice.
Lacey Dawn Schaumberger, Physical Therapy.
Ibrima Fatajo, Nursing Practice.
Courtney J. Kraft, Physical Therapy.
Melissa Lynn Hutchinson, Nursing Practice.
Heidi Mae McNeil, Physical Therapy.
Shanna Van Horn, Nursing Practice.
Gloria M. Walrus, Physical Therapy.
Autumn Marin Walker, Nursing Practice.
Lauren Michelle De Pareni, Physical Therapy.
Renee Quezada, Nursing Practice.
Katie Christine Levenger, Physical Therapy.
Jacqueline Debbie Spiegelberg, Nursing Practice.
Allison Hana Combs, Physical Therapy.
Laura Felker, Nursing Practice.
Vivian Xiao, Physical Therapy.
Emily Farnham, Nursing Practice.
Renee Nunez, Education.
Ariana Samadpour, Microbiology.
Scott Seaman, Education.
Clayton Barnes, Mathematics.
Marnie A. Campbell, Education.
Siddharth Mathur, Mathematics.
Sandra Carol Powell, Education.
Chad Carver, Classics.
Su Jung Lim, Pharmacy.
Eunice Kim, Classics.
Ye Chem Huang, Pharmacy.
Zhuhang Ying, Electrical Engineering.
Tao Fung Wang Nguyen, Pharmacy.
Pan Li, Electrical Engineering.
Erica Lee, Pharmacy.
Shu Liang, Computer Science and Engineering.
Caitlin Marie Trissler, Pharmacy.
Han Chuan Li, Computer Science and Engineering.
Stanley Tan, Pharmacy.
Su Cheng Li, Bioengineering.
Leah Catherine Hardy Ruggieroni, Pharmacy.
Jason Wayne Miklos, bioengineering.
Faith McKean, pharmacy.
Alice Beecher Popejoy, public health genetics.
Thomas John Egan, rehabilitation science.
Aravinda Garibella, business administration.
Helen L. Mock, rehabilitation science.
Heta Carolina Kosonen, civil engineering.
Carolyn J. Umeda, rehabilitation science.
Carol Bogesi, environmental and forest science.
Joseph E. Mogarivian, rehabilitation science.
Xiaojuan Liu, atmospheric sciences.
Whitney Ann Henderson, music history.
Pao Beilon, atmospheric sciences.
Joseph M. Kinzer, ethnomusicology.
Crystal McClure, atmospheric sciences.
James B. Morford, ethnomusicology.
Laura M. Taylor, molecular and cellular biology.
Maren Haynes, ethnomusicology.
Bonnie Rotan, nursing practice.
Catherine B. Laporte, ethnomusicology.
Christiana Dietzen, environmental and forest sciences.
Jurgen W. Nelson, genome sciences.
Mungyang Liu, bioengineering.
Brianna Yamasaki, psychology.
Robin Green, molecular and cellular biology.
Younggu Jung, biomedical and health informatics.
Jamie Lee Richardson, Juris Doctor.
Darren T. Byler, anthropology.
Michael Cojores Payant, Juris Doctor.
Leah Nadine Isquith Dicker, anthropology.
Sarah Llewellyn, nursing.
Adrian E. Gray, audiology.
Letitia Agassi, nursing.
Casey Heidhorn, audiology.
Julia Shen, nursing.
Sam G. Osborne, audiology.
Carolyn Lavalle, nursing.
Bradley W. Gerhardt, comparative literature.
Ruby Dev, nursing.
Nathan Bates, Germanics.
Tariwan Chainbunrong, nursing.
Len N. Tran, medicine.
Mariko Kagayama, Juris Doctor.
Amy Anna Ferreccio, biochemistry.
Kelly Young, neuroscience.
Yang Jung Hung, statistics.
Teresa Gumapas, nursing practice.
Jessica Kian Kao, pharmacology.
Laurelyn Antin, nursing practice.
Paul W. Morton, comparative literature.
Jenna Engelsfold, nursing practice.
Bernd Werpz, sociology.
Bridget Eason Jeffries, nursing practice.
Kieta Abe, economics.
Nadine Marie Martinez, nursing practice.
Jiawei Yu, mathematics.
Racier Khalifadade, chemical engineering and nanotech and molecular engineering.
Yifen Chang, mathematics.
Carl Ray Olison, chemical engineering.
Benjamin P. Palazzo, mathematics.
Manan Pathak, chemical engineering.
Anthony Scott Costanza, pathology.
Assad Harris, public health.
Lina Lee Rose, Scandinavian language and literature.
Brian Ortiz, public health.
Elizabeth K. McIsaac, musical arts, choral.
Zhao Jie Chin, molecular and cellular biology.
Jeffrey C. Larkin, musical arts, choral.
Jiaji Pan, mechanical engineering.
Margaret M. Stolman, musical arts, choral.
Yu Jin, electrical engineering.
William J. Coppola, music education.
Bolong Shu, electrical engineering.
Jonathan Bezdigian, musical arts, organ.
Adam Nicholas Sterling, Juris Doctor.
David Aguada, anthropology.
Sumit Mukherjee, electrical engineering.
Kristen Elizabeth Davleming, mathematics.
Vaishnavi Natar, electrical engineering.
Monica Maria G. Oster, speech and hearing sciences.
Mayuri Silvarasa Jaishwal, electrical engineering.
Melanie Suzanne Fish, speech and hearing sciences.
Piyush Kumar, industrial engineering.
Yunling Wang, economics.
Ame Rajendra Kanolkar, mechanical engineering.
Quinita Cobbins, history.
David Schiff, mechanical engineering.
Peyton Henry Canary V, history.
Ehsan Esfahani, aeronautics and astronautics.
Shruti Patel, history.
Janine May Mitchell, Near and Middle Eastern Studies.
Andrew Romanek, music.
Oscar Aguirre Mandojano, Near and Middle Eastern Studies.
Michael W. Goodman, linguistics.
Tyler Nicholas, Environmental Health.
Brent Preston Wu, linguistics.
Sagagalasi Workalamahu, Epidemiology.
Allison Germain, linguistics.
Reza Egbali, Electrical Engineering.
Tracy Feller, communications.
Catherine Michelle Orden, Nursing Practice.
Daniel A. Webben, musical arts, composition.
Kelsey Brower, Nursing Practice.
Kevin Beldwin, musical arts, composition.
Kristen Sarah Sylvester, Nursing Practice.
Mark Tse, musical arts, conducting.
Morgan Leganek, Nursing Practice.
Chengwei Andrew Chen, musical arts, piano.
Brianne Elizabeth Gebhardt, Nursing Practice. Sean Riaz Danani, Juris Doctor. Shifa Ligarg, Dental Surgery. Isabella Eva Luisa, Nursing Practice. Vega Shaw, Oceanography. Gwendolyn Portes, Doctor of Nursing Practice. Paul Matson, Nursing Practice. Yanfei Li, Environmental Health. Batbatar Jigjisurin, Geological Sciences. Darwin Scott Rennan, Quantitative Ecology and Resource Management. Elizabeth Mary Phillips, Aquatic and Fishery Sciences. Mohammed Sikder, Civil Engineering. Chia Fang Chung, Human-Centered Design and Engineering. Redora Kiamas, Pharmacy. Shang Yangguan, Civil Engineering.
Yeah. Candidates for master's degrees will be presented by Associate Dean Craig Thomas of the Evans School of Public Policy and Governance and Interim Dean Honorud of the Graduate School.
Candidates for master's degrees in the Evans School of Public Policy and Governance will please rise. I am honored to present these candidates to receive their respective master's degrees. Candidates, please remain standing.
Candidates for the various master's degrees for all schools and colleges will please rise. On behalf of the deans of the schools and colleges and the graduate faculty, I am honored to present these candidates to receive their respective master's degrees.
It is my distinct honor to present to you, Regent Jake, all of the master's degree candidates from the various schools and colleges.
On behalf of the Board of Regents and the graduate faculty, I am pleased to confer upon each of you your master's degree. Congratulations. You will be presented today with a memento of this graduation exercise. Please come forward.
Candidates for bachelor's degrees. In the various colleges and schools of the university will be presented by the several deans. The candidates who have been accepted by the general faculty of the university for their respective degrees are listed in the commencement program. For the College of Arts and Sciences, Dean Robert Stacy.
Candidates from the College of Arts and Sciences will please rise. It is my honor to present these candidates for the degrees of Bachelor of Arts, Bachelor of Fine Arts, Bachelor of Design, Bachelor of Music, and Bachelor of Science, and to recommend that they be awarded their respective degrees. Candidates will please be seated.
Associate Dean Carol Davis, College of Education.
The candidates from the College of Education, please rise. I am proud to present these candidates for Bachelor's of Arts degrees in Early Childhood Family Studies and Education, Communities, and Organizations, and to recommend that they be awarded their degrees. Candidates, please be seated.
Dean Michael Bragg, College of Engineering.
Candidates from the College of Engineering, please rise. I am pleased to present these candidates of the College of Engineering for the degrees of Bachelor's of Science, Bachelor's of Science in Engineering, Bachelor's of Science in Aeronautical and Astronautical Engineering, Bioengineering, Chemical Engineering, Civil and Environmental Engineering, Computer Engineering, Electrical Engineering, Human-Centered Design and Engineering, Industrial and Systems Engineering, Material Science and Engineering, and Mechanical Engineering, and to recommend that they be awarded their respective degrees. Candidates, please be seated.
Dean Lisa Grumlick, College of the Environment.
The candidates from the nation's largest College of the Environment will please rise. It is my pleasure and honor to present these candidates of the College of the Environment for the degrees of Bachelor of Arts, Bachelor of Science, Bachelor of Science in Forest Resources, and Bachelor of Science in Aquatic and Fisheries Sciences, and to recommend that they be awarded their respective degrees. Candidates will please be seated.
Dean Anind Day of the Information School.
Candidates from the world's leading information school, please rise. It gives me great pleasure to present the candidates of the Information School and the future information leaders of the world for the degree of Bachelor of Science in Informatics, and to recommend that they be awarded their bachelor's degrees. Candidates will please be seated.
Dean James Jimbalvo, Michael G. Foster School of Business.
The candidates from the Michael G. Foster School of Business will please rise. It is with much pleasure that I present these candidates for bachelor's degree in the Foster School of Business and recommend that they be awarded their respective bachelor's degrees. Candidates will please be seated.
Dean Azita Amami, School of Nursing.
Degree candidates from the #1 public school of nursing in the nation, please rise. It's my pleasure and honor to present these candidates for the degree of Bachelor of Science in Nursing and recommend that they be awarded their bachelor's degree. Candidates will please be seated.
Associate Dean Sarah Kim, School of Medicine.
Will the bachelor candidates from the School of Medicine please rise? It is a privilege to present these bachelor candidates from the School of Medicine in the specialized fields of medical technology, prosthetics and orthotics, and physician assistant, and to recommend they be awarded their respective bachelor's degrees. Candidates will please be seated.
Dean John Schoffelberger, College of Built Environments.
Will the candidates from the College of Built Environments please rise? I have the honor to present these candidates for bachelor's degrees in architecture, landscape architecture, construction management, and community and environmental planning, and to recommend that they be awarded their respective bachelor's degrees. Candidates, please be seated.
Associate Dean Tessa Evans Campbell, School of Social Work.
Candidates from the School of Social Work, please rise. On behalf of the social work faculty, it is my great privilege to present these candidates for their bachelor's degrees in social welfare and to recommend that they be awarded their respective bachelor's degrees. Candidates, please be seated.
Interim Dean Joel Kaufman, School of Public Health.
Will the candidates from the School of Public Health please rise? It is with much pleasure that I present these candidates for bachelor's degrees in the top public school of public health in the world and recommend that they be awarded their respective degrees.
All bachelor candidates from all schools and colleges just presented will please rise. Following recent Regent Jake citation awarding the various bachelor's degrees, all candidates will be seated immediately and under direction of the faculty marshals will await their turn to come forward, one row at a time.
It is my distinct honor and privilege to present to you, Regent Jake, all of the bachelor's degree candidates from the various schools and colleges.
On behalf of the Board of Regents and the faculty of the university, I am pleased to confer upon each of you your bachelor's degree. Congratulations. You'll be presented today with a memento of this graduation exercise. Please come forward as directed by the marshals.
Thank you, Ned. The University of Washington Men's Glee Club, under the direction of Alonzo Brizuela, will now lead us in the singing of Rise Up with Pride for Washington. The words to the song are printed on the inside of the back cover of the commencement program. The audience will please rise.
With pride for Washington, for purple and for gold, from far and wide we meet as one, as huskies proud and bold. Oh, Washington, we hail to thee, honor, truth, integrity, forever shine from lake to shore, your light upon us evermore. Rise up with pride for Washington, together hand in hand, we will proclaim our loyalty in song throughout the land. Oh, Washington, we hail to thee, honor, truth, integrity, forever shine from lake to shore, your light upon us evermore.
The audience and members of the graduating class are requested to remain at their seats until the recessional of the faculty is concluded. Once the stage party has left the stadium, graduates may exit the field via the stairs at the west end of the stadium or to the east as you entered. Please remain at your seats until the recessional is over. The 143rd commencement exercises of the University of Washington are now closed.